Hello, my friends. Boomy here once again with another video for you, my gaming brothers and sisters. How's everyone doing today? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That's right, my friends. Become part of the family here at Boomy Nation. You know you want to do it. Anyways, my friends, wait. Reddit, prepare. You might have to start crying again because the meanie's back. Anyways, my friends, we have some more news coming out of BioWare. Specifically from EA, and then BioWare put out a blog about it. BioWare is being restructured. That is right. Now, we're going to read an article from IGN, written by Rebecca Valentine, and she does, I think, a pretty good and fair assessment of what is going on right now over there at BioWare Edmonton and Austin. Now, we have talked about on the videos before that Edmonton, there was rumor allegedly, that Edmonton might shut down in February. Now, that's just a rumor. We don't know it for sure. I know Grums has been online talking about it, saying, hey, it's not going to shut down. I know JT Smash has some insider people there saying, well, it might happen. We don't know. Ultimately, we'll find out when EA does his quarterly report in the beginning of February. So everyone hang on to your pants right there. But so far, everything that has been being reported on BioWare because of Dragon Age Veilguard has come true. So let's get into this and talk about the restructuring, talk about the article, and that there might be possible layoffs. So let's get into it. So Rebecca Valentine wrote, and she said, EA has announced it's restructuring Dragon Age and Mass Effect studio BioWare, moving a number of developers onto other projects within EA and focusing entirely on its upcoming Mass Effect game going forward. Now, there is stuff I want you guys to pay attention to. The wording of stuff, not necessarily in the IGN article, but definitely in the blog post. They said things specifically in certain ways to where, and I think it's smart from a legal standpoint. It's smart also from BioWare's already going through enough crap right now. They don't need to freak out everyone else as they're already doing. By tiptoeing around the elephant in the room, tiptoeing around, hey, there might be layoffs. It just pay it when you read articles, when you read blogs, just pay attention to what they have to say and how they word things. In a blog post from General Manager Gary McKay, he wrote that the studio is, in quote, taking its opportunity between full development cycles to reimagine how we work at BioWare. So in other words, people are going to go. That's what's going to happen. This would not have happened if Veilguard had sold what they wanted to sell, right? They had a projection of 10 million copies, and that fizzled out. That never happened. And there's other projections as well, but they're only getting about 1.5 million sold and people playing. Now, this is on various platforms, right? And this is also counting the free copies they came out with the NVIDIA GPU stuff. This came out with free copies given to testers or to other influencers and content creators. It counts it all. So 1.5 million for a AAA game for Dragon Age is really, really sad. He continues, given the stage of development, we don't require support from the full studio. He continues, we have incredible talent here at BioWare, and so we have worked diligently over the past few months to match many of our colleagues with other teams at EA that had open roles that were a strong fit. IGN understands that EA has already placed an unknown number of developers from BioWare into other equivalent roles within the company. A smaller number of Dragon Age team members are also seeing their roles terminated and are being offered time to apply to other roles within the company if they so choose. I have had to go through this when I had different managers come in at different companies, and if you're not immediately just let go and they say, hey, well, this position you're in right now is terminated, we have other roles, why don't you apply for it? Doesn't mean they're going to get the job automatically, but it does say that there are some more jobs at BioWare more than likely going to go bye-bye because of all this fiasco. So there's that. And it's not because, the apologists out there will say like, well, no, the game is done, so they're going to go over there. Well, if the game had sold, like I said in the beginning, as much as they wanted to where they're making a profit off it, because let me tell you, they're losing millions of dollars on this game. That wouldn't have happened. They'd be all working on the DLC. They'd be working on future expansion packs for this IP, but that didn't happen. So guess what has to happen? You're losing money. You're going to have to tighten the belt. Some people have to go. She continues, BioWare's structure has shifted repeatedly in recent years. The studio had a round of layoffs in 2023 and has seen a number of high-profile departures throughout the development of Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Now remember, back in 2023, they let go about 50 people, most of that from Star Wars: The Old Republic, when they moved Star Wars: The Old Republic over to Broadsword Entertainment. So that was a big move. It kind of made me go like, wow, EA doesn't even trust BioWare with this. But everyone's like, no, it's because they need to concentrate on Dragon Age. It's like, well, SWTOR had its own team. So I don't see how that really makes it into the argument. But that is neither here nor there. It happened. I honestly believe, my own opinion, that EA is really losing trust hard with BioWare. And honestly, at this point, Mass Effect is probably the only thing keeping those doors open. She continues, the most recent of which was director Corinne Bush announcing her departure from the studio last week. It is unclear how many individuals work at BioWare today. IGN asked EA for any comment on specifics on how many individuals at BioWare are being impacted by this change, how many are facing potential layoffs, and how many will remain at the studio. EA did not provide the specifics, but a spokesperson offered the following comment. EA said, the studio's priority was Dragon Age. During this time, there were people continuing to build the vision for the Mass Effect game. Now that the Veilguard has shipped, the studio's full focus is Mass Effect. While we're not sharing numbers, the studio has the right number of people in the right roles to work on Mass Effect at this stage of development. End quote. Rebecca continues, the new Mass Effect in question was announced 4 years ago and is still in the early stages of development. Now remember, if you heard a while back, about a year or so ago, they had to pull Mass Effect people to the Veilguard to fix things to get it ready to ship. Now, I would honestly believe that Mass Effect 5 would be in a far more complete state at this time if they hadn't done that, but that had to happen with Anthem. When Anthem was at its, getting ready to launch, they literally pulled everyone to start working on it to get it ready to go. And that was another gigantic failure by BioWare, which sucks because I still love Anthem. And I think that is a game that had and still has massive potential. She continues, IGN understands that BioWare's current strategy is to prioritize one game at a time. So some developers who had been working on Mass Effect were previously moved to Dragon Age to get the project over to the finish line and are now moving back. Per the blog post, which I will have in the description below, Mass Effect development is now being led by serious veterans, including Mike Gamble, Preston Wadamanukik, Derek Watt, and Parrish Lay. This news comes a week after EA announced that Dragon Age: The Veilguard missed its player targets by nearly 50% and reduced its guidance for the fiscal year due to this and, more impactfully, weaker than expected results from EA Sports FC 25. The company will hold its Q3 earnings conference call February 4th. So there you have it. This is another studio going through the birth pangs of what happens when you come into a game that was already in development, Dreadwolf, which they should just kept things there, and then completely came in with an agenda and destroyed the game. They destroyed the game, and they destroyed the IP. These people, like I've said before, don't know how to create. They don't know how to do art. They only know how to come in and destroy. That's all they know how to do. And it's really sad. Luckily, we're living in an age and time right now where there's a giant backlash towards this type of behavior and towards this type of agenda, and I'm glad for it and I'm here for it because it has no place in anything that is going on, especially when the majority of the population, majority of the player base don't want anything to do with it. And this is just another ramification of what happens. Ubisoft is doing this. Ubisoft just had to shut down one of its studios in the EU because of all the fun stuff that's happening with Assassin's Creed Shadows. You're going to continue to see mass layoffs if this crap continues. And who knows what might happen with Blizzard. I mean, one of their developers came out talking about how they wanted to, MAGA people. So that's fun. Like I said before, these people hate you and they don't really care for what you want in a game. The problem is we are the client. We pay for the games. We pay their paychecks. Without us, they are nothing. And unfortunately, it might have to be that these people will have to resound to, well, a big pile of nothing. So there you have it, my friends. restructuring is going to happen. We'll find out really what's going to happen February 4th and all that jazz. Friends, make sure you put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know all your thoughts on all these things. Be nice, be civil, but hey, at the same time, I love you. So let's keep the conversation going on down there. Make sure you hit that like button, the bell notification button, and share the poop out of this video, my friends. And hey, if you want to hear more, if you want to get early access to videos, and if you want to get a monthly podcast by yours truly, why not become a member to the channel? Yes, we're growing, and so is the family. Either way, my friends, thank you so much for being here and for watching this video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and become part of the family here at Boomy Nation, the freak show YouTube, the black sheep of gaming. And my friends, remember to be kind. It's about community. And don't forget to spay and neuter your Veilguards. We'll see you later, my friends. Good day.
Boomy Nation, simply the best. Epic tales on every shore. Hit that button, ask for more.